What's going on, everybody on YouTube? Steve with Rake and Profit. Today's video, I'm going to show you guys how I store my clothing inventory because a lot of people have been asking me, so I figured now that I moved into the new place, I got some better lighting, might as well show you. So let's go inside. I'll show you the supplies that I use to do this and how you can start to organize your clothes based on the method that I use. Okay, now that we're inside, I'm going to show you the supplies that you're going to need to be able to do this. So the first thing you need is a clothing hanger. Secondly is some masking tape. You can get that over at Lowe's or Home Depot. Third is some scissors, and fourth is a permanent marker, something that stands out. And what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece of tape, you're going to tape it onto this part of the hanger right here. You're going to write your inventory number down, which I'll show you my method in a few minutes. And obviously the scissors is to cut the tape. And once you do that, you'll have something that looks like this. And you got the hanger with the masking tape with a letter and a number associated to it. And I'm going to bring you down into my storage unit right now, show you my clothing hangers and my, the clothes and the clothing racks and everything so you can see, and I'll explain my actual method for choosing the letter and number associated to the hanger. All right, we're moving downstairs to the storage locker. Down into the dungeon, as I like to call it. All right, here we are. We are in the dungeon. That's what I like to call it now. This place is kind of creepy. But as you see, I've got my clothing racks. Let me see if the lights are on good. Yeah, I guess that's the best it's going to be for now. But here's my clothing racks. As you can see, there's 4 tiers. 1 right there, 2, 3, and 4. And right now in here, I've got... see, 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 clothing racks. Each clothing rack holds about 250 to 300 pieces of clothing. So again, you can see there's 4 actual units in here, 4 clothing racks, and each clothing rack has 4 tiers. So with that being said, I'm going to explain to you my actual method for creating my inventory number. And then I'll talk about where I put my inventory number in my listing so I can find it. So as you can see, let's actually start over here. This is my first rack, and I've got it labeled. I actually took the labels off, but I label it each tier. So this would be A, this would be B, right up here, this would be C, and then this would be D. So as you can see, that's how I associate a letter to it. And I actually took off the tape off the actual racks, but I'm going to put it back on. But as you can see, this is the A tier. Everything in here is A, A1 all the way to A80. And then this is the next one. This would be B up here. So as you can see, B all the way down. Now I'll bring you over here. This should be labeled C right here, and it will be. But as you can see, those are all the C's, and then down here would be the D's. So moving on, this is A through D right here, the first rack, and then the next one would be E, F, G, and H, which is over here. We've got E, F, G, and H. Some of these things are out of whack right now because I'm still organizing. And then over here, there's J, K, L, M, and then N, O, P, Q, whatever. You guys see what I'm saying. So it all goes in order. Each rack goes up another letter. So in my actual eBay listings, what I have is, if you take a look at my listings, I'll have an inventory number somewhere in my listing. So when something sells, let me flip this around. So when something sells, I actually go into my eBay description. I see what the inventory number is. So it will be a letter and a number. And let's just say that a Ralph Lauren custom fit dress shirt sold and it was A45. So I'll go over here to the A section. I'll go A1 all the way down to 45, and boom, it'll be right there, and I'll pick it out. So it's pretty easy. Again, like I said, the clothing racks, I have 4 clothing racks. There's 4 tiers on each clothing rack. The first one is A through D. Moving on, and then E, F, G, and H, and all the way to the end. So the more tiers that I have, or the more clothing racks I have, the more letters that I'm going to start associating in my listings and whatnot. But that's pretty much how I do it. You don't have to do it that way, but just be creative. Try to figure out a way so that when something sells, you can find it. That's the key. You don't have to use letters and numbers. You could use a whole different system if you like. But again, that's how I do it. That's how I organize my system. My clothing, it really isn't rocket science. It's very, very simple. And again, if I have 5 to 10 things that sold, I usually just pull out my phone. I don't have it on me right now, and I'll just look in each description of each item that's sold, and I'll just pick them out. It only takes me 5 to 10 seconds to find each item. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. I got to keep working. I've got about 30 listings to do. I got some pictures to take and some inventory to get ready for my employee coming in on Monday to take a whole bunch of pictures and whatnot of that stuff and list it all. But yeah, I hope everyone has a great day. Keep on picking and making that money, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. And also, I want to let you folks know, if you're interested in purchasing some of those clothing racks, check the comment section below. I do have some links to that clothing rack in particular for sale on Amazon. It is an Amazon affiliate link, so if you do purchase from that link, I will get a little commission. I appreciate that, but definitely check it out. There's some awesome racks. You can fit a lot of stuff. They're strong, and the people who sell it are really cool, so definitely check it out.